if the people feel like me. I wonder if you guys feel like me. Okay guys, I started this live yesterday, but I could not finish it because my internet was interrupted. Guys, something on in my hair is affecting my face. I have a lot of e trash on my face. You even can see it. Look at it. Lots of e trash. And I recently washed my ear. I don't know if it's the gel that did something to my ear, or I went into the country and my family and friends use their comb in my hair. I don't know if I catch something in my. Can you catch dandruff? Can dandruff be passed on to another person? Wow. Like if you now use the same comb. Yeah. I went in the country and I don't know if that's what happened to me, but from I came back, my ear full of dandruff. I always have dandruff in my ear, but it don't normally show out in my hair. I know I'm seeing that, so I'm wondering if I catch it from somebody there. My face is just been acting up from the other day, even though I wash my hair. Alright, let's get into our discussion. Maybe someone will come on after, but we had started with this experience yesterday. And the topic is, how can I get over a breakup? And we have the exam situation of Rachel. She was in a relationship for 6 years, but she had been friends with the individual. Was always attest to that. Have that situation ever? Have you ever been in that situation? You know, the person, they didn't break up with you face to face. Then maybe they just stopped talking to you. If even if you send a message, that is even better than not saying anything at all. That just break up with the person, not saying anything. You just cut all communication. They don't know what happened to you. Maybe the day before you were good, and then now you haven't heard from this person all day. A day go by, you call, you text, you do everything. You try to interact with their friends. Nothing. You must feel awful. A person must feel awful in such a situation. All right, let's get into the discussion. So I'm gonna read and give you some tips on how one can move past a breakup. So we know that a breakup can crush your joyful disposition and replace it with tearful despair. Consider Jeff and Susan, who dated for 2 years. Over that period, their emotional bond grew throughout the day. Jeff sent Susan text messages with expressions of endearment. From time to time, he gave her gifts to show that he was thinking of her. Jeff put forth an effort to listen to me and understand me. Sound like a great guy. He made me feel special. Before long, Jeff and Susan were talking about marriage and where they would live as husband and wife. Jeff even inquired about Susan's ring size. Then, quite suddenly, he called off the relationship. Susan was devastated. She went through the motion of daily life, but she felt numb with shock. I became mentally and physically exhausted, she said. I know this situation, you know, it can be very, devastating. You can be very devastated when you experience this. A person showing you all the love and the attention, and even if they, Jeff even asked her ring size, and even inquired about where they would live as married people. Imagine when you reach to that stage, you would think that yes, things is almost there, and then boom, the person just break up with you. That can be very devastating. That is very heart rending for a person to be in this position, that you would feel secure. Somebody inquire of your ring size. You've been dating for 2 years, and they're talking about marriage and where you're going to live and all of that, and then suddenly boom, they stop talking to you. They cut off the relationship. Why it hurts? If you have been in a situation similar to that of Susan, you might wonder, well, will I ever be able to move on? Your distress is understandable. Love is as powerful as death. Hello, viewer. It says love is as powerful as death. Let us see why it says that. It says, so breaking up may be one of the most traumatic experiences you have ever had to endure. In fact, some have said that breakup is like a mini death. You may even find yourself going through these and perhaps other typical stage of grief. So we have four stages of grief right here. You might be in denial. You might say it can't be over. He'll change his mind in a day or two. So that's one thing that it can do to you. It might leave you in denial because things were so good, you know. You guys weren't fighting and all of that. So you're like, no man, he'll come back. He'll come around. And the next stage now is anger. Could he do this to me? I can't understand him. And then the next stage now where you see that yes, things is not getting better. You might become depressed. A person might become depressed and says, I am unlovable. No one will ever love me. And then you reach to the acceptance stage. We know that this stage might take a while, but I'm going to be alright, you say. The breakup hurt, but I'm getting there. I am going to be better. The good news is that you can reach the acceptance stage. How much time it will take to get there on a number of factors. Sorry about that. Internet fell. How can you? The last thing that I said. How can you cope with your heartbreak? Moving forward. So tip one now. Moving forward. You passing? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Let's continue. So the first step, moving forward. You may you may have heard the saying, time heals all wounds. When you first break up, those words might ring hollow. That's because time is only part of the solution. To illustrate, a cut on your skin will heal in time, but it hurts now. You may need to stop the bleeding and soothe the pain. You also need to keep it from becoming infected. The same is true with an emotional wound. Right now, it hurts, but there are steps you can take to lessen the pain and keep from becoming infected with bitterness. Time will do its part, but how can you do yours? Try to follow it. So, the first step now is this might sound a little, but you have to allow yourself to grieve. There's nothing wrong with having a good cry. After all, the Bible says that there is a time to weep and even a time to wail. Shedding tears doesn't mean you're weak. In the midst of emotional anguish, even King David, a courageous warrior, once admitted, every night my bed is damp from my weeping. My pillow is soaked with tears. So the first thing that you need to do is allow yourself to weep. Cry. A good cry is good. Because even David, a courageous warrior, he cried. So it says that you should allow yourself to cry. There's nothing wrong in allowing yourself to cry. So the next step now is that you're going to take care of your physical health. You're going to try to do physical exercise, and proper nutrition will help replenish the energy lost as a result of the emotional toll of a breakup. Bodily training is beneficial. So that is the second thing you need to do. So you need to allow yourself to grieve, and you need to take step in eating nutritious stuff and doing physical exercise. The next thing too you need to do is to keep busy. It says that do not stop doing the things that interest you. And now more than ever, don't isolate yourself. Associating with those who care about you will give you something positive on which to focus. So when you're going through a breakup, we know that oftentimes one wants to isolate themselves, but you should not isolate yourself. You should. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, I was saying that at this point in time, one would want to isolate themselves, but at this time, you don't want to isolate yourself. You want to keep busy. You want to go around. You want to still do things that interest you. You want to carry out your daily routine still. You want to isolate. You want to associate, sorry, with your friends, just the same. And within time, we're not putting any timing on it though. But as soon as you keep doing that and getting into the rhythm and being positive and keep going, I'm sure things will get better. So the next thing that you can do too is, do not underestimate this one. Pray to God about your feelings. This might be a challenge after a breakup. Some even feel betrayed by God. The reason? I pray, I prayed and prayed that I would find someone, and now look at what happened. Would it be right, though, to view God as merely a celestial matchmaker? Surely not. Nor be nor is he responsible when one party does not wish the relationship to continue. We do we do know this about Jehovah. He cares for you. So pour out your feelings to him in prayer. The Bible states, let your petition be made known to God, and the peace of God that excels all thoughts will guard your heart and your mental power by means of Christ Jesus. So do not underestimate this. You can pray about the situation. We have a experience of a Coronina. She says, time gives you a much clearer perspective. Later, your emotions won't be running so high. So you can think about the situation objectively and get some closure. Also, you can find out more about who you are and what you would look for, in a mate, as well as what to guard against to avoid a similar situation in the future. So you would be better able to, you know, you're better able to handle a situation before you reach to that stage, because you would know what you like, and if you don't see it going into that direction, then you don't have to continue. Okay, so we are down to looking ahead, sorry. After you have had time to heal, you might do well to take a close look at just what happened in your last relationship. When you are ready to do that, you may find it helpful to write down, what you need in a partner. So let me reiterate the three steps that one need to take in order to help with getting over a breakup. So you're gonna allow yourself time to grieve. You're gonna allow yourself to grieve. That is the first thing. Allow yourself to grieve. It is okay to cry. Nothing is wrong with crying. If you need to shed tears, shed tears. It doesn't mean that you're weak. So the next thing that you're gonna do, you're not gonna say, oh, I'm not hungry, I don't want anything to eat, and you just isolate yourself. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna take care of your physical health. So you're gonna eat nutritious food, and you're gonna, maybe if you didn't exercise before, start up a program of exercise, you know. And then the next thing that you're gonna do, as I said before, you're not gonna isolate yourself. So you're gonna keep busy. You're gonna do things with your friends, go out with your friends, go out with persons that love you, do things with persons that love you, just to keep a positive outlook. Because if we believe it or not, time heal all wounds. Just like how with a physical cut, with time, some persons may get a cut, and when they look back, they not even see a scar. So it is like that, guys. So if you are going through this, a breakup, definitely know that this is not the end of the world. It might feel like such at this point in time because it does hurt, but it's gonna get better. You just need to follow these three steps in keeping busy, feeding yourself nutritious food, allowing yourself to grow. Genuine or non-genuine? Okay, viewer, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I only got one viewer today, so you're my audience. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, don't give it a thumbs up. But this is the end of our little live. Okay, you didn't enjoy the live. Ah, but this is the ending of the live. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. I'm gonna see. Did you watch yesterday's video? If not, please watch it. It's a sweet little cat video, so you can enjoy and give it a thumbs up at that point in time. And I will see you tomorrow with another live. So peace. I'm out. Bye bye, guys. Enjoy.